Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am in a new setting and this is my brand new apartment. It is a little bit outside of the immediate main downtown area of Denver, and Billy and I love it. So we are so happy to be in a new space, and I'm gonna have more opportunities to film because the lighting in here, as you can see, is amazing. And yeah, just a lot of storage. So I'm gonna be back in the game and filming a lot more now that I've moved, so be ready for more uploads in the near future. But today we're going to be doing a PR unboxing of a package that was sent to me recently by Dermalogica. They are a niche skincare brand. They're not like super huge. They're not carried like in Sephora or at Walgreens or anything like that. They are online only mostly. I think I've seen them a couple times in like Macy's or Nordstrom's in like an end cap display with some of their products, but I've never seen them like in major retailers. So I was very excited to try out their products because I have always kind of wondered what they were about. I've heard of them and known about them for years, and they were so kind to reach out to me and ask if I wanted to try out their products, and a PR package arrived. So I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing video for y'all and a little bit of a review as well because I have gotten a chance to try them out, but I'll be doing a full in-depth review in probably a couple weeks so that I can have time to try the products out. And yeah, so let's get right into the unboxing. Came with this nice bow that I have undone, obviously. And then inside there is a little tri-fold pamphlet about the products and a little more information about the company and just everything you need to know about what was sent in the box. So let's get right into it. Here is the package. And let's just start one product at a time. Guys, it's been a little while since I've uploaded, so if I say like stupid things, please forgive me. Like obviously we're gonna go one product at a time. Okay, so let's go in order of how you would use the products. The first thing included in the package is the pre-cleanse, and this is a cleansing oil. It's a dual phase, so it is a oil that you would apply to the face dry to break down any makeup or any dirt that you have on the skin. Work that in. It is going to break down any mascara or eyeshadow or any makeup product that you have on, even liquid lips. Just work it in until you see most of the makeup has dissolved, and then get your hands wet, and then it will turn into kind of a milky substance similar to the fresh soy cleansing milk once it's wet, and then you rinse off. So yeah, this stuff is actually really effective. I really like it, but I'm not necessarily going to say you have to go out and get this because a cleanse oil will take off makeup almost always, regardless of what kind of oil it is. So I'm not going to say this gets your makeup off better than any other cleansing oil ever in the world, but I must say when you look at the ingredients, I do like this oil because of what it contains. A lot of cleansing oils are either coconut or jojoba oil based, and those oils are relatively cheap to produce and manufacture and package and send out to consumers, but this has pretty high quality oils inside of it. So let me just read the ingredients for you. There's caprylyl triglycerides, which is like basically a moisturizing agent similar to coconut water, if you think of it that way. Apricot oil, sunflower oil, orange oil, grapefruit oil, some oil I can't pronounce, Virago oil, lavender oil, rosemary oil, tomato extract, lavender hybrid oil, mandarin orange peel, rice bran extract, safflower seed oil. There's just a ton of different oils in here, and it's not just one type that's going to cleanse your skin. So you get a lot of different benefits from the different types of oils in here, and I'll go more in depth into that when I do my full review. But I've actually really been liking this. It's replaced my Boscia like makeup breakup from Boscia. I've been using that for the past couple months, but I like this one even better. So this is definitely going to be a permanent item in my skincare routine that I will repurchase unless I find one that I like more. Alright, so the next step is exfoliating. Now you definitely don't want to obviously exfoliate every day, but 1 to 3 times a week is ideal. And this is a micro powder exfoliant. So if you guys have never used a powder exfoliant, they're very different from a cream exfoliant like the Dr. Jarb Microdermabrasion, or what's another one that's popular? The one you should not use, the apricot face scrub from St. Ives. Those are physical exfoliants that are pre-made, so it's a cream base with the physical granules inside of it. I personally prefer powder exfoliants because they're better for customization. If your skin is not super dry and you don't have a lot of dry patches, you're not going to need something as intensive as like the St. Ives apricot scrub. You need something a little less intense like the Dr. Jart Microdermabrasion. But most pre-scrubs are either too gritty, not gritty enough, or there's just somewhere in between. With a powder exfoliant, you can really customize it how you want. And this is a huge jar. You just mix a little bit in your hand, you mix it, and then exfoliate. And the ingredients are really nice in this one as well. There's colloidal oatmeal in here as well, which kind of acts as a moisturizing agent and gives it a little bit of slip when you're using it. There's grapefruit peel oil, salicylic acid, rice bran starch, rice bran extract, licorice extract, coconut acid, tea tree oil. So this is a really excellent microexfoliant. It has a lot of effective ingredients that target a lot of different skin concerns. Like tea tree oil will address acne. The rice and coconut acids act as an enzyme, so they will help dissolve dead skin cells in addition to being a physical exfoliant. So this has a lot of benefits, and it's not harsh at all. It's very gentle and it feels really nice. And it's gonna last me a long time. So this is definitely another product that I'm gonna keep in my permanent collection, and I've been absolutely loving it. Second to last is the PhytoReplenish Oil. This is a beauty oil that you would use at the very end of your skincare routine. You guys always want to use oils last after your moisturizer, after everything. And the reason for that is because of molecule size, and this gets a little into chemistry, but the molecule size of oil is much larger than any active ingredient that would be present in your serums or moisturizers or eye creams. So if you are applying your oil first, your other skincare products cannot penetrate the skin. So that's why you want to do your oil last, so that the other products can soak in, and then oil on top. And this is what the container looks like. It's just this really cute little bottle. I really actually like the dispenser. It's almost like a eyedropper, where it just drops out a couple drops at a time. You don't need to use one of those droppers, which look very fancy and kind of apothecary and kind of medical. I find that clients at Sephora often come back and they end up using them too quickly because they're just dispensing too much. So this is nice that it just drops out a couple at a time. And this oil smells really nice. There's camellia seed oil, rice bran extract, orchid flower extract, Salvia hispanica seed oil, which not like Salvia divinorum is like the one you smoke, so I think it's different, but I'm not entirely sure. There's some other oil, shea butter extract, pelargonium oil, sunflower seed oil, rosemary leaf extract, citronol, and lemon. So there's like tons of different things in this as well that are beneficial for the skin. But there were also a couple scientific ingredients in there as well. So Dermalogica is definitely a brand that marries nature and science together. They're kind of like a pharmaceutical brand, if you will. And I have really been liking the line so far. The oil I have not used long enough to report any long-term results as a beauty oil, but I do really like it because it's very hydrating and it smells nice. But in terms of changing my skin, I have not used it long enough to know. So I will report back on that in a couple weeks when I do my full review. Lastly, I received the Hydra Blur Primer. This is a makeup primer, and I have to say, unfortunately, this is my least favorite thing in the package that I received. I, to begin with, am not a huge primer person. I find that a lot of them are just too dimethicone based, and it is my least favorite ingredient that is present in any product. You guys know that if you've been following me for a while. I really, really don't like it. So I always try to find products that don't contain it or have it very low down on the list of ingredients if possible. So this is a primer that will blur fine lines and pores, hydrate and brighten for naturally flawless skin, which sounds great, and it actually does do that. As a makeup primer, I think it's excellent. It works beautifully underneath makeup, but my only complaint with it is that there is dimethicone very high up on the list. So I don't really like the texture of it. To me, it feels very similar to, if you pump it out like that, it's very thick. It reminds me a lot of Benefit Professional. That's the closest thing I can compare it to, but you can see between my hands it clearly is very blurring. It's mattifying a little bit as well, and it does act as a beautiful makeup base. So if you're someone who likes a more dimethicone, silicone-y textured primer that smooths out and fills pores, you will really like this, because in addition to it being dimethicone based, there are a ton of other skincare ingredients in here as well that are beneficial. Dermalogica really, from what I have seen in the products that have been sent to me, incorporates ingredients that are not only good for your skin, but also effective, in addition to things that will be science-based and more results-driven as well, like the dimethicone in this product, because dimethicone as a makeup primer is an excellent ingredient, but I just don't like it as a skincare ingredient, if that makes sense. So in here there is water, glycerin, dimethicone, then there's oils, another form of dimethicone, another form of dimethicone, a different form of dimethicone, silica, boron nitride, dimethicone, fruit extract, sodium hyaluronate, so hyaluronic acid, a fruit extract, hydrolyzed Thapis flower, retinol, potassium phosphate. Oh, retinol. That's interesting. So this is an exfoliant primer, so I would definitely recommend using a foundation that has SPF in it if you're using this primer. That's interesting. That's very rare. I've never seen that before. But then there's lavender oil, rosemary leaf extract, Helantheus flower extract or sunflower seed. There's, yeah, and then there's a ton of different things in here that are beneficial for the skin. So as a primer, I think it is definitely one of the more high quality and more skincare friendly primers that are dimethicone based, so I really do highly recommend this if you like dimethicone primers. But if you are someone who does not like dimethicone primers like myself, you probably won't like this, because there's about 6 different forms of dimethicone and different chemical like makeups of it, so I don't think you'd like this primer very much, but I do think it is an excellent primer, and I'm not going to not recommend it, but I don't recommend it for people who don't like dimethicone, if that makes sense. So guys, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. I will have a more in-depth review with little clips of me using all the products here and there in my next review, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up in a few weeks, and I'll see you on my next one. Dermalogica, thank you so much for sending me this package. I've been loving all of the products. Some of them have been now incorporated into my everyday skincare routine as permanent favorites, and I hope that they stay that way, because I actually love the line, I love the ingredients, and I like how my skin is doing. I've been breaking out a little bit, but you can see overall I have like no texture. My skin is incredibly smooth, so I've been loving that, and yeah. So I'll catch you guys in my next one. Thank you again so much for watching, and until then, bye.